Lights flicker. Shadows crawl along the walls. Smoke drifts lazily through a half-lit room. A slow zoom frames you, eyes glinting with quiet calculation. You feel it, don't you? That electric weight in the air, the kind that makes a room tilt just to watch you breathe. They're watching, always. Not with curiosity, with suspicion, not with admiration, with a case file's cold scrutiny, every glance, every twitch of the eye. They think they've decoded you. But here's the truth. They've barely started. Everything you whispered into the void, everything you dared to imagine, they're watching it come alive. And it isn't chaos, it's precision. It isn't luck, it's inevitability. They can see the pattern forming, but they can't feel the hands shaping it. They can see the storm, but they don't hear the calm before it strikes. Silence is a weapon. They're waiting for the cracks. They're scanning for a tremor. And you're steady. Calm is armor. Every heartbeat measured. Every thought a dagger wrapped in velvet. While they squirm in the uncertainty, you move like a shadow on water. Quiet, deep, unavoidable. The beast steps back before precision. You've seen the chaos, you've felt the heat, you've tasted the pressure, and in retreat, in observation, in stillness, you gather what no one else can. Clarity. Strategy isn't loud, it whispers, it waits. It waits while the world rushes to be seen, to be noticed, to be understood. They call it darkness, but you call it leverage. Every misstep they panic over, every misread glance, they're feeding your blueprint. You are constructing dominion in the gaps of their attention. Every underestimation becomes fuel. Every ignored warning becomes armor. Notice how the walls seem smaller now, how the air thickens with expectation. That's because you've shifted the room, not physically, but psychically. Influence is invisible, power is subtle. They're not aware that the game changed the moment you stopped chasing it and started becoming it. Here's a rule they'll never write in their manuals. Anticipation outruns reaction. You predict, they guess. You move, they flinch. They mistake stillness for inaction, patience for weakness. And in that miscalculation, you thrive. They fear unpredictability. They crave scripts, steps, checkboxes. And yet every day you redefine the sequence. Every interaction, every choice, every smile, carefully calibrated, deliberately disruptive. The world around you bends to the rhythm you set, even as they pretend to be unaware. And here's a principle carved from the marrow of what they cannot measure. Presence is dominion, not visibility, not volume, but the weight you carry without declaring it. They will feel it, they will fear it, and they will unknowingly surrender to it. Watch the patterns, the ones that loop endlessly in their minds, the ones they can't shake. You are the anomaly, the interruption, the glitch in the matrix of expectation, every whispered doubt, every forced glance back. They're tracing the architecture of your moves, unaware that you've already moved again. Calm, quiet, strategic. Dominance doesn't roar. Dominance waits. And when it strikes, precision, surgical, inevitable, cinematic. The crowd, the observers, the ones who thought they understood. They are caught mid-blink, mid-thought, mid-plan. Here's the mindset shift. Power doesn't need permission. Authority is assumed, not granted. When you operate from that center, the world recalibrates to your gravity. They notice patterns too late. They feel a shift they can't name. They remember the moment, but not the cause. And yet, your greatest weapon isn't their fear. It's the inevitability you carry, predictive, composed, untouchable. You orchestrate chaos not with noise, but with patience, not with frenzy, but with measured timing. Every hesitation, every glance, every word is a calculated note in a symphony they will never conduct themselves. Now they stare, eyes wide, hearts pounding, minds spinning. They think they're analyzing a case file. What they're really witnessing is the emergence of something uncontainable. They study you, but the real transformation isn't external. It's internal, invisible, untouchable. You embody rules they can't write, laws they can't enforce, patterns they can't comprehend. You're both observer and storm, quiet and lethal. Their scripts crumble, their expectations fail, their certainty fractures. And in that fracture, you step forward, not with aggression, but with inevitability. Every move you've made, every risk you've embraced, every silence you've cultivated, it's all converging. The room feels it. The city feels it. The system feels it. And the peak, the apex, is not violence or spectacle. It's dominance through strategic clarity. They will remember your calm in chaos. They will remember your smile in scrutiny. They will remember that nothing they did could shake the core you built. In shadows, half light, smoke, and you. You will have no need for validation, applause, or recognition. The transformation is complete. The rule is enacted. The principle is demonstrated. Rule. Anticipation outruns reaction. Mindset shift. Power doesn't need permission. Principle. Presence is dominion. Everything they called, everything they predicted, unfolds exactly as you foresaw. They stare, they wonder, they grasp at the intangible. But the truth, the delicious, untouchable truth, is that you were never a puzzle to solve. You were the master architect all along. The air grows heavier. You can feel it now, can't you? Their gaze like a microscope, dissecting, cataloging, labeling, while you move beyond the labels, beyond the scrutiny, beyond their understanding. You are not their subject. You are the author of the experiment, and every observation they make folds into the blueprint you already completed. They expect cracks. They expect hesitation. They expect fear. And in that expectation, you find opportunity. Every doubt cast at you, every whisper behind your back, every hidden judgment, they are scaffolding for your rise. You absorb it, transform it, and redirect it as precision. Every perceived weakness becomes a lesson. Every misstep you never made becomes a shadow to walk past. The beast steps back before precision. Remember that? They think you wait. They think you hesitate. They think you're a pawn in the game of their design. But they're blind to the rhythm of your mind, the chessboard in your head, the smoke curling around the edges of every plane. You move, they freeze. You wait, they panic. You act, they collapse. Here's the subtle terror. Unpredictability is a weapon more lethal than noise. They can't prepare for it. They can't anticipate it. They don't even know it exists. And yet it flows through you like dark electricity, unseen, untraceable, unstoppable. Every blink, every breath, every step is measured, deliberate, devastating in its inevitability. They try to read you like a case file, but what they encounter is a labyrinth with no exit. They think they understand the rules. They think there's a pattern. They think control is theirs. And in that illusion, you reign supreme. Every glance they steal, every thought they project, every fear they harbor, it all strengthens the architecture of your dominion. Calm is armor. Silence is a weapon. Presence is dominion. These are not empty phrases. They are laws, immutable, unyielding, irresistible. The room bends, the air thickens. Every step you take leaves an echo that will haunt them long after they believe they've left your orbit. Notice the way time shifts around you. Moments stretch, compress, bend to your will. They feel it, unease, tension, dissonance, but cannot place it. They are trapped in a loop you designed. Every hesitation you allow, every pause, every flicker of the smile. They analyze it, overthink it, miscalculate it, and you continue, serene, unstoppable, inevitable. Here's a rule they cannot name. The most dangerous moves are invisible. They wait for spectacle, for chaos, for the scream in the night. But you operate in half-light. Shadows are your allies. Patterns bend to your strategy, and every invisible step becomes a pivot, a trigger, a fracture in their certainty. And here's the mindset shift. Dominance is measured, not shouted. It is earned in observation, claimed in strategy, wielded in the silence between breaths. They search for the flash. They search for the clamor. You deliver calm. You deliver inevitability. You deliver the storm wrapped in velvet, arriving precisely when they least expect it. Your principle becomes the air they breathe without realizing it. Predict, wait, act, repeat. Not because they fear it, but because it cannot be avoided. Your existence is proof of it. Every move you've made, every reaction you've withheld, every carefully calculated smile. They have no choice but to acknowledge the architecture, even if their minds refuse to label it. They stare, they measure, they calculate, and yet they remain 3 steps behind. Because while they occupy themselves with analysis, with doubt, with projection, you occupy reality itself. Every room you enter bends slightly. Every conversation tilts. Every presence reshapes the narrative. The world is yours, not because they surrender it, but because you take it by default, invisibly, unopposed. And now comes the peak. Not chaos, not violence, not noise. Transformation. Absolute, undeniable, terrifying transformation. You are the pivot, the constant, the unpredictable calm in the middle of every storm. They cannot shake you because they cannot define you. They cannot contain you because they cannot map you. They are left staring at the silhouette of inevitability, the shadow of mastery, the ghost of dominance they cannot reach. The lesson embeds itself. It is a rule, a mindset, a principle. Rule: the most dangerous moves are invisible. Mindset shift. Dominance is measured, not shouted. Principle: predict, wait, act, repeat. Not because they fear it, but because it cannot be avoided. Your existence is proof of it. Every move you've made, every reaction you've withheld, every carefully calculated smile. They have no choice but to acknowledge the architecture, even if their minds refuse to label it. They stare, they measure, they calculate, and yet they remain 3 steps behind. Because while they occupy themselves with analysis, with doubt, with projection, you occupy reality itself. Every room you enter bends slightly, every conversation tilts, every presence reshapes the narrative. The world is yours, not because they surrender it, but because you take it by default, invisibly, unopposed. And now comes the peak. Not chaos, not violence, not noise. Transformation. Absolute, undeniable, terrifying transformation. You are the pivot, the constant, the unpredictable calm in the middle of every storm. They cannot shake you because they cannot define you. They cannot contain you because they cannot map you. They are left staring at the silhouette of inevitability, the shadow of mastery, the ghost of dominance they cannot reach. The lesson embeds itself. It is a rule, a mindset, a principle. Rule: the most dangerous moves are invisible. Mindset shift. Dominance is measured, not shouted. Principle: predict, wait, act, repeat. They will talk about you. They will dissect you. They will attempt to forecast your next move. But in every analysis, in every prediction, in every whispered judgment, they are confirming your supremacy. Their attempts at understanding only reinforce your strategy. Every gaze, every thought, every calculation. They are your unwitting partners in the theater of inevitability. They stare, they wonder, they calculate. And yet all the while, the transformation continues, silent, unyielding, unstoppable. You are no longer a participant in their game. You are the architect, the observer, the storm they will never comprehend. They think they understand the game. They don't. They think they hold the map. They don't. Every expectation they harbor, every scenario they prepare for, they crumble against the architecture you've built in shadows, in half-light, in silence. They see only fragments of a whole they cannot perceive, and in that perception gap, you rise, not with noise, not with spectacle, but with inevitability. Every calculated step, every measured pause, every glance charged with intent, it compounds into a presence that cannot be ignored, catalogued, or contained. The peak arrives quietly. A shadow moves through the chaos, unseen but profoundly felt. The room bends to the rhythm you dictate, whether they realize it or not. Their minds race, their hearts pound, their hands twitch. They are inside the spiral you orchestrated. You are not reacting, you are composing. You are sculpting reality with intention, precision, and strategy. Remember this, the calm before action is a weapon. They anticipate noise, they anticipate spectacle, they anticipate panic. And in your stillness, they are undone. Every hesitation you grant, every silence you hold, every controlled breath. It is a hammer striking with invisibility. They study, they calculate, they overthink, they falter, and you move with surgical precision. Every misstep they create becomes a lever. Every doubt they cast becomes fuel. Every attempt at control they offer becomes a stairway to your dominance. Transformation isn't flashy, it isn't loud, it isn't predictable. It is the slow, deliberate, unrelenting shift of reality itself, bending around your presence. It is the recalibration of expectation, the rewriting of probability, the quiet unmasking of inevitability. You are the pivot, the architect, the storm hidden behind calm. And the final truth lands like a weightless blow. They will never fully understand. They will never fully predict. They will never fully contain you. Every observation, every analysis, every whispered judgment, they only confirm what they cannot define. And in that, you are untouchable. Every glance, every heartbeat, every fleeting thought directed at you. They are trapped in your gravity. They stare at a case file, but what they see is nothing compared to what you embody. You are strategy incarnate. You are patience in motion. You are dominance without declaration. You are the chaos they fear, wrapped in inevitability. Rule: the most dangerous moves are invisible. Mindset: shift. Dominance is measured, not shouted. Principle: predict, wait, act, repeat. Every plan you make, every silence you cultivate, every smile you wear, they fold the world into your rhythm. And when they blink, when they pause, when they reach for certainty, they find only the mirror of their own miscalculations. You exist beyond the case file, beyond the scrutiny, beyond the expectation. You are the force they cannot map, the shadow they cannot chase, the presence they cannot escape. And in that quiet apex, in that unshakable transformation, the world tilts. They notice the shift, but they cannot name it. They feel the weight, but they cannot hold it. And you, steady, invisible, inevitable, stand in the eye of the storm, mastering what they never realized they surrendered.